Well, I got the heads back from the machine shop and I continued on the build. I've been filming for a while and not editing, so let's get another episode here. And as you can see, I'm getting pretty close to being done. So there should be another episode coming after this one. Thanks for watching, guys.
Head number 1 is on with my top quality, what was that, can't remember shit, CRS head bolts. So, I mean, it is just a 10.9 bolt or whatever, I don't know. But I hate torque to yield. It makes it feel like you're fucking up. It doesn't feel like it's tightening up correctly. So, but she's on, and I hope she seals just fine. So I'll show you what $400 at a machine shop does. I mean, one of these heads was just trashed. It was like the motor was sitting on its side. So let's take a look here. Put this thing on its side. It is beautiful though. And he gave me a box of goodies, because I gave him a bunch of spare parts, and he actually had just enough valves. So yeah, he didn't like that. Right there, it's thin. So he replaced a bunch of them. I just gave him a bunch of random shit. Hoped it was good, and yeah. So, well, let's get to the other one. Well, that looks better. So let's get the timing kit, and I didn't cheap out in timing. You don't on any motor. So I did go with a milling, and this was pretty cheap, but cast iron adjusters, tensors, I mean. So, alrighty, I am deciding not to change these because they look pretty good. I mean, there's a little wear in them, but I can change that top side pretty easy. I mean, anything here down I can't. So I mean, I believe you can change these with just changing the valve cover. So, I mean, taking the valve cover off. So that was like made the kit maybe half as much, I believe. So let's get to her. Well, she's timed, so let's do the rear main seal. Probably should have done that before the timing, but you know, I just kind of roll with it. Alright, sweet. I got oil pan, rear main seal, front main seal, water pump, but not this. So that's got to come back off, but I'm tired. So I'm going to hang this there. I won't forget it, and we will see you tomorrow. Well, she's still shrinking there. I got the valve covers on. This one and this one had like rocks in it, and I stripped that one out, kind of, and I got close to stripping that one. So I just, you know, if it's gonna leak, it's gonna leak in the valley, and fuck it. And then I got this stainless studs in. I bought 2 kits because I thought the kit said 2, but whatever. I got another spare kit now. Yeah, there's a little bit of stripped out. It's okay, don't need those. I forgot to put those on before I put the nuts on, but oh well. Chipping away. Well, today's a good day. I'm finally done with this thing. I was stripping off the manifolds, and I just broke this coolant sensor. I believe it's coolant sensor or head sensor of some sort. So I'll have to get a new one of those. I got to get spark plugs and coils. The intake manifolds go on after you put the motor in. So, and then I'm going to put the fan on probably dead last because it's a pain in the ass. The reason why I left the fan off is so I can use my air hammer and just zip it right off. So, have a few gaskets like this one right here. I believe that might be that gasket. Intake gaskets, I have no idea what that is. It's probably something to do with the EGR, I guess. But so I'm gonna take it out. I'll probably take it out, wash it, which is the first thing I should have done, and we'll get some paint on it. I'll probably cover these holes, I guess. Definitely these, but I don't know if these spark plugs have the same threads. This is the 2-piece spark plug, the really bad design spark plug, and these heads are from a 2010 Expedition, and they have this spark plug. Oh yeah, they are way different. So as far as I know, I only have 4 of them. So, wow, that's some GABA. Wonder how many miles this head has. It is a good head though, so see, yeah, all of them are, I must only have 4 of these. They must have been pulled out of the other one. So we'll get that done, and we can start putting her in. I'm not very far away from having this thing running. It's been quite the adventure. Well, there's 2 times I didn't want to be doing this truck. Dead of summer, dead of winter. And that's actually when I'm doing this truck. So I borrowed the tire for a spare, so I'll have to put that back on. And I did some mowing because this, you know, with the rig in the way and everything, I don't get back here very much. And it wasn't all like that. That's Bermuda, man. I'm going to use the rider over here. That's crazy. But yeah, it was good and tough back here, especially right here where that Bermuda was coming up. And I guess this Ryobi push mower, this is like the 1st gen. I just can't believe how badass this thing and quiet. I got this thing for $100. Came with a 2.3 amp hour battery, 2 chargers, and a weed eater that I use as an edger. And all I had to do is put this in right here, because there's a little button sensor in there. And then she worked great because she would shut off. And then later I had this wire went bad, so I added my own wire, and which I could have just, you know, clipped it, but I got kids that use this thing, so I still want the safety features. But so yeah, I'll have to I think I could fit the dually in between there, I hope. If not, I'll have to pick up the thing, move it over. But I still need to put the spark plugs in, pressure wash and paint the motor, which is the next step, and put this tire on, and I'll bring my dually in here, and if I can fit, I'll fit. If not, I'll move the cab, and then I'm gonna pull this forward to about right here, so I have this nice ground to work with. I'll probably go over with the mower again, chop this stuff down, and let's put this bad boy in and see what new problems will develop with this thing now, you know, having it sit for quite a while. So this truck, I've actually owned this truck over a year, but time and money, buddy. It's killer for me every time. Well, let's get this thing done. I got spark plugs to do. I had 4 of these. I probably would have just maybe ran these or something, or I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. But at least I could have you know, washed the engine and painted it with these in here. And then I broke this cylinder head temperature sensor, so I got that too. That goes right here. I never noticed the sensor before, so I broke it right when I picked these heads up. So let's pop those in there, and then let's get some power washing this motor, and we can probably power wash this engine stand too a little bit. And then I'll let it dry in the sun. I'll go get some paint. I'll put some tape on these holes, and yeah, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Okay, got the $100 pressure washer, 1500 motor. That should have been cleaned before I rebuilt it, but well, here we are. Learn things. So let's get her clean. See if this thing will even work. It's a little dusty. I'm gonna have to wash it off. Hey, it works. It works. All right. This that oil filter base looks good. Yep, not too bad. Alrighty, let's get her done. Not too bad. I looked up for it. I had soap, and I think this is spray 9. If not, it's something similar. And I think we'll just end up painting over the dirt. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we got some soap in here. We'll spray it down a little bit, and we'll give it a little rinse. Now I'll use a leaf blower, dry it off, and then I'll use the air compressor, get in the spark plug holes, and we'll paint over what doesn't come off. It'll be fine. So we'll get some extra soap on the little oil cooler housing there. It looks like I'm out, so I'll just screw it. Pouring out for my homies. Okay, I'll put this away. Always keep your spray bottles, and I'll be glad to clean the garage back up again. I still got to work on that motor too. If you don't have a leaf blower, sell your cloak and buy one, man. These things rock. Look at that, 100% dry. Look at that, brand new engine. I got plenty of paint on me, and plenty of paint on this nice machine surface, and and the spark plugs too. That was actually not that bad, but I know I did get some right here somewhere. And got it on my sensor. I'm gonna have to probably run her in and out a little bit, but I never clean these, so I'm not worried about it. I'll take a razor blade, probably scratch it all off. But yeah, and I didn't let it dry enough. Shit, but that's how she goes. So hopefully none got on my house. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna let her dry. I did use a ceramic exhaust coat on those things, and it didn't get very good on the bottom, but who's gonna see right in there? But it's good enough for me. It's gonna look real good in the engine. So I'll give it a dry. I'm gonna go get some other stuff, and we'll bring you back when we start putting her in. I did give it another coat once it dried off, and I like it. It looks good. The only thing we're missing really is plugs, and I mean not plugs, coils, and we'll put that in after we get the motor in. So I forgot I was gonna do stuff for the frame, because cab's off. Let's make it look good. So we're gonna have some fun with this. I used a little bit on the maroon truck, you can see right there behind the tire, to bust down some rust. So I'm gonna use this as a primer. I mean, it is a primer. So, and we're gonna have to buy some more cans of paint. And I've been doing a lot of stuff today. I planted 3 trees and everything. So we'll get over to the truck here and we'll start spraying and praying. So she's sat just like this, except for I stole the tire. I just put that tire back on. The jacket's a little rusty, everything. So plan is, since I left the bucket of antifreeze or oil under there, I don't want to work in that. This looks good to work in though. So the plan is I'll pull this forward when I put the motor in there, but I'm going to see how far. That's probably about a 3/4 can gets me on this frame and everything, and I'll just have to move stuff or whatever. Let's see here. This stuff is those lines are pretty good in there, but the battery cable for the starter is pretty loose. So yeah, but it's just really to make it good from here. You get close, you're gonna know. So just and then of course I can only get back to here, so you can only go so far. But let's get her done. Let's go ahead and pop this thing off. This stuff works pretty good as a primer, so but I know UV rays it doesn't work very good. So I know I'm going to have to get more paint, and I can't find my wire wheel on my grinder, so I'm going to hit these with the wire wheel, and I'll hit them with paint again. We'll just get a good base going. Well, that's one can down, and I think I'll just get some regular rusty metal primer, maybe. I don't know, this is a little rusty, and I don't really want to prep. I think one can will get me, and yeah, I think it'll look pretty good. Really wanted to do this transmission, but it's got a lot of stuff. Maybe I'll just do the top side. I don't know. Depends how much primer I have, but yeah, not too bad. You know, it definitely make the truck look good for not very much effort. And then if I really want to get, you know, rambunctious, I can get that undercoating in a frame undercoating in a spray bottle and do it when the cab's on. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow I can just rock and roll and get this bitch done. So not too bad at all. One more can down. Not too bad. I think it's pretty cool. I've never switched colors of primer before like that, but I kind of know where you've been. So I've used this red primer plenty of times before. It seems to work pretty good. So I just got it on the top of the frame rails, so if I care enough I will just crawl underneath and spray it and get it all over myself. But you can see there's a lot of crap in there, and interesting, there's a lot of crap in these corners right here. There is a drain hole, you can see, but yeah, this was the dirt construction company had this truck, and yeah, they did dirt construction, so we got used. So I'm gonna let this soak a little bit, and then I'll go with black, and before I start the motor, I'm going to wire wheel these. I bought a wire wheel, I couldn't find it. And I'll hit it with, well, I'm out of primer, so I'll just hit it with straight black. Of course, we always do stuff the right way here. Well, while the frame dries, I'm trying to remember how I picked this thing up. I know I took this thing and put it on the inside, and I probably took that one and put it over here. But I think I had this in the ground, and I used a come along, and I don't want to like wheel it back inside. So I guess I'm going to take some ratchet straps and see if I can try to lose this engine and drop it, and just go around the whole thing. Maybe I'll go around the motor mounts. Yeah, I'll go around the motor mounts of the ratchet strap. Yeah, I like that. We'll try it. Well, that bolt's having a fun time, but this is how I picked it up. I actually think I used this chain, but I didn't want the hooks floating around. So I got her out. I got to get this rear main seal a little bit farther in. I got to find something that fits that. And then I never picked up a dowel. I had to use a pipe wrench to get it out. So I'm gonna try to beat this around with a hammer and see. It's not in great shape. This is pretty dumb, but that's the kind of stuff I do. So yeah, I'm going to try to beat this around and get it backed around, and then I'll file those off, and if I can get that thing to stick in there, I'll test it on the transmission, and away we go. It's about 2 minutes of pounding on it. It's pretty round, and here's the dowel it goes into, and it starts, so this is going to work. I don't know what kind of long-term effects it's going to have, you know, if the transmission's not straight or something, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure this dowel at a parts store is probably cheaper than the time I get into it, but you know, it's Saturday night, I don't want to go anywhere, so I'm going to fix it. I just wish I had a big punch, which I do, but I don't know where it's at, part of the norm, but I could put that big punch in there, one that has like a taper to it, and it'll start rounding this up. I've done this with compression fittings before, when you're working on an oil well out in the middle of nowhere and you break a chemical line and you don't have a compression fitting, a ferrule to put back in there, because that when you put that ferrule on that plastic line, it shrinks down, and you carefully slowly swedge it back open with a punch, and then you reuse it. So I'll see what I can do here. Okay, I think I got her where I'm going to leave it. It's not too bad. I also stuck it in here. Stuck it in here and ran the nut down, tightened it, put it in the drill, and spun her on a file. There was some burrs. So I think what I'm going to do is put it in because it goes in real good this way, and I'm going to need that. Oh, come on. So I think I'm going to put it in this way. See if I can get it started. And this will help it swedge it too. Okay. And it's either going to fall out or drive. It drove. Okay, let me switch hands here. You need good wax, otherwise you're going to mushroom. She's bottom. Yeah, that'll go. Sweet. I saved about $5 right there. This can was pretty much empty, but another one gone. Well, one coat of Rust-Oleum. Well, I did not do very good right there, but oh well. That's why you do Q. And yeah, this looks good. I'll do this when I have the, and like this when I have the cab on. Yeah, this looks good. I'm gonna have to do underneath the truck too, probably. So I'll need a couple more cans, and I'm probably gonna end up just doing the transmission. I'll just spray over the oil. I mean, who cares? So well, let's get back to the engine. I did not find a rear main seal thing, so I'm just gonna use a punch and a hammer, and let's roll, bud. There she is. It's pretty close to where it's supposed to be. I think a little farther in, but I'd rather have it out than in, maybe. And here's my special tool. That's a very custom. All right, that's a done engine. I got the flex plate on, and I did use Loctite. Book didn't say anything about it, but I'm pretty sure it needs it. So this plate may or may not get painted. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I'll probably just paint right over the dirt as usual. So tomorrow I'll be stabbing this in, and then once I get her in, I'll give her an oil change. I got two oil changes worth of oil. I got 15 quarts. I think it takes 6. And I do have a Motorcraft filter. I think it's the same one. It's the one for that dually, which is right there. And I think it's the same filter. So, and I got it from a dealer, so for really expensive, but then at least I know it's not counterfeit. All right, empty. It's convenient. Every truck comes with a trash can. Love it. Well, I didn't get this side as good as the other side, but that's about almost 3 coats, and that's where we're gonna leave it. And we'll probably replace that belt. It's not too bad, but I'll gotta roll the rig out of the way and maybe move the cab out of the way again, or maybe I can clean some stuff up. Probably need to clean stuff up. But yeah, I'll roll this thing in here, and let's drop a motor in. I'm ready. Get this bad boy done and down the road. So I'm going to cut it here. I got plenty of video, I believe, and next we'll be dropping the motor in. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.